Hey guys, happy Monday. Week 2 of this cycle, and we're doing Olympic lifting. This week we're going to do the same thing we did last week, except with the clean. Last week did the same thing with the snatch. What it's going to be is every 5 minutes, for the first 5 minutes, we're going to do 3 muscle cleans, right? Where we pull the bar up to that standing position. The second 5 minutes will be 2 power cleans every minute, and then finish off with a heavy single squat clean. So let's go through each one. The muscle clean will be at the lightest weight for 3 reps each. So same setup for all movements. You're going to set up at the bottom, chest is up, pull, hip contact, fast elbows and stand. So you don't get to get under the bar. You're really focusing on good explosion through the hips, fast elbows, okay? You reset, you can do that for 3 reps, okay? Big extension, fast elbows, right? That's what we're looking for. The second set of 5 minutes is going to be power clean. So now it's a little bit heavier, only 2 reps. You get to get under it. The same setup and pull, except I get under the bar just a little bit and then stand, okay? Building up, when we get to the last 5 minutes, it's going to get heavy enough that as you pull the bar, it won't get too high. You're going to have to get underneath the bar to catch it. So you set up, chest up, pull, stand up all the way, all right? So each one feeds into the next one as the weight gets heavier. So it's going to be 15 minutes there. Let's talk about our conditioning. All right, so our conditioning is going to be working on muscle ups most of the Mondays. And so we're doing an interesting workout today. It's going to be 30 rounds with a 20-minute cap of 5 burpees, 1 muscle up. All right? So if you're just getting that muscle up, the ring muscle up, this is a great opportunity to work on. Just 1 rep per round. All right? The burpees, of course, will tire out our pressing as well. But let's give you some options here. So one option that's great we did last week for a lot of people was the jumping bar muscle up. So when you do the jumping bar muscle up, you're going to jump. Again, remember, you can change the difficulty by how high. So this is pretty hard. The bar's above my head. So if you set up some boxes so the bar starts about here or here, it's much easier, right? But it's only 1 rep per round. I want you to jump, press down, and transition the shoulders forward. So jump, shoulders forward, and the dip is pretty easy on the bar. Okay, again, what I just did is a harder version, but you can make this higher or use a lower bar, all right? You can also, if you can do a ring dip, you can also set up, even on the high rings, a jumping ring muscle up. So you jump, catch, and then do the dip on your own, all right? That can be challenging. Again, change the height of the rings to make it easier or harder. For a lot of people, I want you to take the approach of 1 strict pull-up and 1 ring dip per round. So it's going to be 5 burpees, 1 pull-up, 1 dip, 30 rounds through. So remember, use a band if you need, okay? Don't kip, pull as high as you can. If you get your chest to touch, that's great. And then you're going to come over to the rings or the straight bar and do 1 ring dip, okay? You can put your foot in or your knee in. Just make sure you get that good range of motion. It's only 1 rep per round, okay? 30 sets through that, 5 burpees and then 1 pull-up. So at the end of this, you're going to good basic gymnastic strength. For a lot of people, this might be a 20-minute AMRAP. So focus on quality here, improving that strength, and we do have a finisher as well. All right, so our finisher today is exactly what we did last week, so we're trying to improve on that. This is a kind of scary movement for some people, all right? So I'll show you the movement. It's called the skin the cat. We're going to do 2 to 3 rounds, 2 to 3 reps. All right, ideally, our arms will stay straight. So we pull ourselves through and then lower our hips and stretch out the shoulder and then pull ourselves back. That's 1 rep back to here, okay? So number 1, we can use a spotter, okay? So part of this is just getting yourself inverted. So trying to pull yourself into that inverted position, okay? And then start with just playing with range of motion. So I bring my hips down just a little bit, and then you want to be able to pull yourself back. Okay, as you get better, you can increase the range of motion, okay? Going all the way down and up, all right? But obviously this can be challenging and scary for some people, so if we go over to the low rings, a way that you can work on this is using the floor as a spotter, basically. So I like to start people actually start backwards. So you start in this position, and then you can jump, or jump as little as possible and try to pull yourself back to your feet. As you get better, you can practice what we did on the high rings, right? Just kind of come over, see how far you can go, and if you lose it, you just put your feet down, okay? So again, we're just trying to get comfortable here and eventually work on strengthening and stretching this position here through the shoulder, which is the same as our deep dip position. So that's our finisher for today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.